New game! Here's what I know. Well, I know a lot. I played a lot of this game. It's an adaptation of adventure books that I played as a kid. So I actually know quite a lot. Got night. I know that at the start, scouting is somewhat important. The first place we go is the Isle of Druids. So starting with someone with scouting would kind of make sense. But also, I believe there are 6 classes. There are 6 abilities in this game, and each class kind of like has a affinity toward one of the abilities. So, charisma, combat, magic, priest, sanctity, rogue. I guess rogue is thievery, and wayfarer is scouting. Could be a wayfarer. Thanks, Nagati Knight. This feels very elf adjacent. Oh, an owl! Oh, how can I not? I get to have a bird. No, I'm gonna be a wayfarer. It's so cool. Ah, I have a bird. Animal companion. Costs 6 action points. Summons a ferocious bear to fight by your side. Requires base scouting of 6. Hey, that's how much I have. That seems pretty good. Mark as prey. Mark a single target as prey. You and any animal companion. I assume. What does number of uses 2 mean, I guess? Is that per fight? So, something I don't know at all. They've made some sort of combat system that didn't used to exist in the books. So I don't know how it works. Hey, it's Chandran. Difficulty options. Explorer. You get a bunch of extra stuff. No. Adventurer. You also get a bunch of extra stuff. Nope. Champion is a hardcore experience. Remember to manually save your progress or you might lose it. Classic Fabled Lands game book experience. I mean, this is how I played when I was like 6 years old. So we don't need to be on easier difficulty than that. Iron Man disables manual saving. The game will automatically save upon exiting. Oh, wait. I don't know how much we need to worry about the game crashing and stuff like that. Character name? What's our character name? A crow can hold a grudge for up to 17 years. Wait, can I not change the character name? Oh, okay. I see. Who should we be? Crow? Crow is kind of a good character name. Are we the person or the bird? No one's sure. Starting a new Iron Man mode with this profile will overwrite your previous Iron Mode save game. You want to continue? Yes. I played 15 minutes as a mage. And was like, yeah, this would be fun to play on stream. So, hey, Senrol. The Isle of Druids. The approach of dawn has turned the sky a milky gray-green like jade. The sea is a luminous pane of silver. Holding the tiller of your sailing boat, you keep your gaze fixed on the glittering constellation known as the Spider. It marks the north, and by keeping it to port, you know you are still on course. The sun appears in a trembling burst of red fire at the rim of the world. Slowly the chill of night gives way to brazen warmth. You lick your parched lips. There is a little water sloshing in the bottom of the barrel by your feet, but not enough to see you through another day. Sealed in a scroll case tucked into your jerkin is a parchment map your grandfather gave you on his deathbed. You remember his stirring tales of far sea voyages, of kingdoms beyond the western horizon, of sorcerous islands and ruined palaces filled with treasure. As a child, you dreamed of nothing else but the magical quests that were in store if you, too, became an adventurer. You never expected to die in an open boat before your adventures even began. Hey, Vernash. Hey, you. Hey, Sunroll. Breathing down your neck hollow. Securing the tiller, you unroll the map and study it again. You hardly need to. Every detail is etched into your memory by now. According to your reckoning, you should have reached the east coast of Harkuna, the great northern continent, days ago. A pasty gray blob splatters onto the map. After a moment of stunned surprise, you look up and curse the seagull circling directly overhead. Then it strikes you. Where there's a seagull, there may be land. You leap to your feet and scan the horizon. Sure enough, a line of white cliffs lie a league to the north. Have you been sailing along the coast all this time without realizing the mainland was so close? Steering towards the cliffs, you feel the boat judder against rough waves. A howling wind whips plumes of spindrift across the sea. Breakers pound the high cliffs. The tiller is yanked out of your hands. The little boat is spun around out of control and goes plunging in towards the coast. You leap clear at the last second. There's a snap of timber, the roaring crescendo of the waves, and then silence as you go under. Striking out wildly, you try to swim clear of the razor-sharp rocks. For a while, the undertow threatens to drag you down. Then suddenly, a wave catches you and flings you contemptuously up onto the beach. It's time to begin the adventure. Thank you, Sunroll. Battered and bedraggled, you lie gasping for breath until you hear someone walking along the shore toward you. Wary of danger, you lose no time in getting to your feet. Confronting you is an old man clad in a dirty loincloth. His eyes have a feverish, bright look that is suggestive of either a mystic or a madman. Well, 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 what have we here, friends? Asks the old man. He used to be talking to someone next to him, although you are certain he is alone. Looks like a washed-up adventurer to me, he says in answer to his own question. All wet and out of luck. He carries on having a conversation that quickly turns into a heated debate. He is clearly quite mad. Excuse me, you shout above the hubbub in an attempt to grab the old man's attention. He stops and stares at you. Is this the Isle of Druids? You ask impatiently. Indeed it is, says the old man. I see that you are from a far land, so it is up to me to welcome you to Harkuna. But I think you may have much to do here, as it is written in the stars that someone like you would come. Your destiny awaits you. Follow me, young adventurer. The old man turns smartly about and begins walking up a path towards some hills. You can just see some sort of monolithic stone structure atop one of them. Let's scour some remnants. Get a healing potion. Don't forget to click on the item in the loot chest to transfer it into your inventory. Done. And now, let's follow the old man. During your short trip upward, the old man regales you with tales of your destiny and fate, continuously arguing with himself as he does so. So we walk up to the obsidian stones. Reach a hill covered with a circle of large obsidian standing stones. Despite the bitter wind that blows across these hills, the stones are unweathered and seem almost newly lain. Here are the gates of the world, says the mad old man. The stones are laid in such a way that they form 3 archways, each carven with mystic symbols and runes of power. Hey, housewife. Each gate will take you to a part of the world of Harkuna, though I know not where, explains the old man. Suddenly he passes his hands over you, mumbling a prayer to the gods. You receive a special blessing. This allows you to reroll any failed roll once. After making a second attempt at the roll, whether successful or not, the blessing is used up. You have a luck blessing. Abruptly, he turns around and sets off down the hill, babbling to himself. His voice fades as he descends the hill, leaving you alone with the brooding stones and the howling wind. There are 3 stone gates engraved with ancient runes. Each gate is marked with a name: Yellowport, Marlock City, and Wishport. From here you can see the coast and the whole island, which is heavily forested. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. So here's our adventure sheet. We got a potion of healing. We can restore 5 stamina. We have 9 max. We have leather armor. We have a short bow, which deals 1 to 4 damage with 4 action point cost, and we have 5 arrows. We do not have any mithrils, which are coins used by the fairy folk. I don't remember those being a thing. These are our combat stats. Spiritual stats. Nahul. Entropy. We have a luck blessing. We have no resurrection disease. We have no cures and diseases. No curses or diseases. We have no titles or honors. And we have no Bach mastery circles. Don't know what that is. We initially thought this was like a choose your own adventure book, but surely those didn't have consumable potions and stuff. They did. There was a character sheet at the front of the book, which you wrote in pencil and then erased it. when you used stuff. Thanks toward the sun. This has 2 out of 3 completed quest goals because I think in my previous save game I did 2 quests, I guess, and it remembers that. Character goals. Okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's explore the island further. And let's head to the coastline. That's where we just came from. Maybe there's more to do here? There isn't anything else to do here. All right, let's go to the trading post. Hey, Besnap. Hey, Bing. The trading post is a small village set up here by enterprising settlers from the mainland. Its main export appears to be furs from the forest. The mayor, a fat genial fellow who greets you personally, insists that one day the trading post will be a thriving town. There's not a lot here yet, however. A small market, a quay, the settlers' houses, and a shrine to Lacuna, the huntress, goddess of nature. There's also a temple of Nagel, but it's not mentioned. Weird. Alright, let's take a look around. We can buy passage to Yellowport for 15 gold. We could buy a ship. We could buy cargo to trade with our ship. Oh my god, I forgot this was a thing. We could buy crew for our ship. There's like, it's like a mini game basically. You can buy a ship and then run trade routes. Oh my god, I forgot about that entirely. Yeah, in order to make more gold. Wild. Okay, very good. Temples. There's an inn. The inn lets us recover stamina. Straightforward. There's a house. You found an abandoned house which you claim as your own. When back in town view, click on the chest icon to access your personal storage. Note that any items or shards that you store here are accessible from any house you may obtain. Alright, cool. So if I didn't want my potion of healing, I could put it there. There's a market. Searching to buy. Oh, so the market has certain items which it will buy at a higher price. Or maybe this is actually just, I could sell my potion of healing. Maybe it's actually that you can't sell stuff at a market unless they are searching to buy it. I'm not sure. Just a second, I have to put my laundry in the dryer, it sounds like, so I will be right back. Hey, Rich Potato! Swirls! Thanks for 53 months! Okay. So. I think we've done everything except checking in with people at the temples. Visit the Shrine of Lacuna. The shrine is set in a wooded grove. Birds twitter in the trees, and a deer darts away into the forest at your approach. The priestess is tending a low altar, where food and drink has been laid out in honor of Lacuna, the goddess of the wilderness. She is a patron of hunters, trappers, woodsmen, and all those who seek oneness with nature. That's me. That's like me. Can I become an initiate? Oh, no, because I don't have 30 shards. Well, that's rude. Okay. Can I seek a blessing? No, because I need to have 25 shards. Okay. Can I talk to the priestess? The priestess, dressed in silken robes and wearing a wreath of oak leaves, says, I have need of an adventurer like yourself. For arcane reasons involving the secret mysteries of Lacuna, I need the tusk of a boar. A wereboar, in fact. Hunt down one and bring me its tusk, and in return, I will teach you how to be a better scout. Okay? Do you tell me where to go? Nope. Alright, so we have to find the tusk of a wereboar. We could also check out the Temple of Nagil. Is this like the Civilization game, Develop and Conquer the Map? It's like an RPG. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate 3. A little bit. Nagil is the lord of the lands of the dead, and his temple in the trading post is covered in friezes and gargoyles of ornate design, depicting the souls of the dead on their journey to the underworld. Inside, it is cool and dark, hung with black and velvet drapes. A scroll tacked to the wall reads, Wanted. Person of unusual resourcefulness. See Temple Warden. Can I become an initiate of you? I would have to make a sanctity check at difficulty 10. What is my sanctity? I don't know. I don't want to be an initiate of you anyway. 600 shards to arrange a resurrection deal. Resurrection costs 200 shards to your initiate, 600 shards if not. Maybe I do want to become an initiate of you. It is the last word in insurance. Once you have arranged for resurrection, you need not fear death, as you will be magically restored to life here at the temple. You can only have one resurrection arranged at any one time. If you arrange resurrection later at a different temple, the original one is cancelled. You will not get a refund. Okay. What's the warden saying? The warden is in charge of security. We have had an unfortunate accident, he says worriedly. In the crypt below the temple, we sometimes experiment with the corpses of the dead. You know, the occasional zombie, part of the rituals in honor of the particular aspect of Nagil we revere here. It seems a ghoul has escaped from these pits and is terrorizing the villagers at night. Would rather someone like you sort the problem out before the militia got to hear of it. Destroy it and bring me the ghoul's head. Okay, I will accept the mission. Search for it at night. Yep. Anything else? No. Okay. So we have this. We can explore the training post, and that's the ghoul quest. Let's do it. You set out that night on your quest to find the ghoul. We make a magic roll, and we fail it. I could re-roll it, but it's still only at 28%. I think I'll just fail it. That's fine. You're not sure whether to start looking for the ghoul, where to start looking for the ghoul, so you wander around looking for stories, strange murders, anything that might put you on its trail. Scouting roll. That's more my thing. Oh. Well. Don't I not have a scouting blessing as well? I guess I'll fail. You hear some rumors doing the rounds in the taverns. The trail of gruesome murders and tales of terror leads you to an old cemetery in a near-deserted part of the old quarter. It is early morning, only an hour or so before dawn, so you have almost no time before the ghoul goes into hiding. You thread your way through the pitted tombstones and brooding crypts of the cemetery under a pale moon that bathes the graveyard in a sickly, pallid light. Suddenly, a foul stench fills your nostrils, and a figure rises up out of the shadows. Yellow eyes glow with feral bloodlust, and the creature sinks its black teeth into your arm before you can react. You've been infected. We have lost 4 stamina, and we have been infected with ghoul bite. Until we find a cure, we have 1 point subtracted from Sanctity, Combat, and Charisma abilities. The ghoul of rotting walking corpse lunges for you again. Alright, invoke the power of the gods. Well, I have no sanctity, right? What's my sanctity? 2? I don't think I'm attempting to invoke the power of the gods. I think we are fighting it. A desperate battle ensues. It has 15 stamina. Okay, so I don't know how this entire thing works. It has 4 action points. It has melee range, 7 defense, 2 to 3 damage. It looked like I was kind of broken, is the thing. Like I can summon a bear. And then surely I just win. Like how could it possibly beat a bear? The bear can... How much? It has 4 action points. So it can move here, but it wouldn't be able to attack. This also has 4 action points. Attacking costs 4 action points. Defending costs 3 action points. Disengaging costs 2 action points. What if I simply move here and end my turn? Okay. Now, how far can I attack? Use this action to attack enemies within the range of your equipped weapon. I have a bow. I can also mark as prey. Mark a single target as prey. You and any animal companions gain 50% damage bonus to your attacks against it. Let's mark this as prey. Is it marked? Did I do it? I think so. And I still have 4 action points left, so I can shoot it. Did I hit? Ghoul was hit for 4 damage. How do I tell its health? Hello? Oh, it's up here. 11 out of 15. Okay, cool. And that's my turn. Now the ghoul moves in, but it can only move in and can't attack. And now the bear gets to attack it. Ghoul was hit for 5 damage that time, it looks like. Cool. This has a cooldown of 6 turns. Oh. How much does it attack for? 5 to 15? Okay. I'm gonna shoot it. I miss. I hit it for 1. And I'm going to, I guess, walk as far away as I can. And then I'll end turn. It has attacked my bear. Oh, it only hit my bear for 3, though. I wonder how it decides. Oh, its damage is 2 to 3. Okay. Well, yeah, if the bear can tank it for 1 turn, I think we're fine. It's down to 4 health. I shoot it again. It's down to 3 health. I will need to deal more than 1 damage on my attacks. Oh, the ghoul missed! It rolled snake eyes. Legit snake eyes. GG. GG. Not a problem. I only have ghoul bite and 0 health left. You hack off the hideous head and leave. We have a ghoul's head. Alright, let's return to town. So, we can turn in our quest. You did it! Exclaims the warden happily, taking the ghoul's head and placing it in a jar. It's time for a reward. You can choose only one of these 3 rewards. We could take an amber wand, which gave us +1 magic. I'm not really a spellcaster, though. We could take 500 shards. That feels like it would get us going pretty nicely. Or we could take a free resurrection deal. If I remember right, if I wanted to, I could take 500 shards, become an initiate, and then... Oh, but becoming an initiate required a sanctity roll, I think. So actually, I couldn't necessarily do that. So taking the free resurrection deal is kind of appealing. It costs 600 shards to get a resurrection deal otherwise. But we could also just take the 500 shards and, like, use that to... I don't know. We could buy a boat and run a trade route or something, actually. I'm sure we can find something to do with 500 shards. Priest looks you over. I'm afraid we have no one skilled enough to cure you. However, I believe the Temple of Maka in Yellowport might be able to help, and the holy waters at Blessed Springs are known to be efficacious in this kind of case. Holy waters at Blessed Springs or the Temple of Maka in Yellowport are the places we can go to get healed from ghoul bite. Okay. I guess I should make a notepad for this. This is the sort of thing that you kind of play while taking notes about what's going on. Ghoul bite, heal at Temple of Maka in Yellowport, or holy waters at Blessed Springs. I don't know where either of these things are yet. But cool. Alright. Return to town. So, while we're here, let's go to the inn. Let's rest until we're fully healed. And let's buy some more arrows, probably, because I think I just shot all my arrows. Arrows. Yeah, let's buy 20. That seems like a good idea. I could also, like, buy a dagger or something. I'm not sure which item I would be most, like, good at using as a wayfarer. But having some sort of melee weapon, it feels like it would be good. Yeah, I'll just find one. I don't know. It's fine, probably. Equip our arrows. Looks like we can only have 20 equipped max, so we'll have one in our inventory still. Anything else here I want? A mandolin would give me +1 charisma. A compass would give me +1 scouting. Scouting is the stat that I'm good at. We could also buy a rope or lantern. I'm down to buy a rope and a lantern. I don't know when those will come up, but I imagine that they will come up at some point. Let's just keep those in our inventory. Seems like a good idea to have adventuring gear, just in case. And then, how do I leave? I actually don't know. Leave. The button that says leave. Okay, cool. So, the obsidian stones let us travel to other parts of the world. We haven't been to the coastal road yet, and we haven't been to the forest yet. Oh, and I have 300 shards. Whoops, I didn't mean to go there. I have 300 shards, and rather than getting robbed, I think it would be good to like leave a bunch of them here, and we'll adventure with like 50. Just in case somebody needs shards for some reason. Hey Karados, how are you? You can view the story text again at any time by clicking on your hero or the show text button at the bottom of the screen. Okay, cool. Let's go to the coastal road. You are on the coastal road that snakes along the windswept cliff tops in the north of Isle of Druids. There's a special bonus. So we're like on a road basically, and different things will happen depending on what we roll on 2 dice. However, we get +3 on this roll if we are hunting for a wereboar, which we are. And I rolled a 12, so I'm attacked by a wereboar. Perfect. Nice, Gardos. A wereboar in ornate armor comes thundering out of the undergrowth near the road with a raised spear. There's no chance of retreat or surrender in this battle. Alright, here is our enemy. It has 8 health, we have 9 health. It has 4 action points, so each tile is 2 to move. So if I summon a bear right there, I am pretty sure it will just walk into the bear, and then the bear can hit it. The bear seems kind of OP, to be honest. What does it attack for? It deals 2 damage, so also the bear will not die until it's hit a couple of times. I don't know how the die rolls work for it, like, hitting. That is not a thing that I understand yet. Let's mark it and shoot it with a bow. Bears are OP in many games. Agree. It's on 2 health already. So this has a cooldown of 6 turns. I should probably finish shooting it to death. I guess I could have waited. I mean, we're talking about saving 1 arrow. It's worth 2 shards. I think it's fine to just shoot the arrow. We're there. Look at how big the world is. How cool is that? The creature's armor is too heavy to suit you, but you can take a hunting spear and a boar's tusk. So here, we needed this for the quest, and we got a spear. So that is a melee weapon we could use. It has 2 range, it deals 2 to 5 damage, and costs 5 action points to use. That seems like an ideal melee weapon for us too, because it lets us have the bear in front of us, and then we can hit from behind. Infected with a disease. Ghoul bite. Nice. We can head back to the Shrine of Lacuna and talk to the priestess. The priestess, who is wearing the skin of a wolf and is covered in red paint, welcomes you gleefully. At last, the tusk of a wereboar. Now the ceremony can go ahead. The priestess rewards you with knowledge. You gain 1 scouting permanently. Huge. Okay, cool. Can I become an initiate now? 30 to become an initiate. Let's do it. I am now an initiate of Lacuna. I could seek a blessing. It only costs me 10 shards, and now I have a scouting blessing, so I can reroll a scouting roll. Add pastry. Yeah, these are wonderful. They're very good. Let's talk to the priestess again. Nothing new. All right. So I think we've done in this trading post pretty much. And I grab some money from the house. The only thing that I see left to do on the island right now, although like I feel like there's clearly some stuff down here which we haven't unlocked yet, is heading to this forest. Is there a like full map I can look at? Ship's Manifest. Oh my god, I can have multiples. Notes. Oh, that's where I should roll. Okay. Okay, I will put my notes in here. That way you can see me making them. Bestiary. I have only found 2 of 7 enemies on the Isle of Druids. Also, there are all these other places. Cool. Help? Nope. I don't know how to see the map. How do I see the... Show world map. Okay, cool. I'm there. Look at how tiny it is. Dragon Island. Oh my. This is the world map. There's all this stuff, and then there's also all this stuff. And then there's also all this stuff. And if I remember right, there's a book that's like underground somewhere too. This was like a 12-book series. I'm not sure how many of them actually got published. How many Fabled Lands books are there? There are 8. 8 books actually got published. Originally planned as a 12-book series, only 6 were released between 1995 and 1996 before the series was cancelled. Oh. Well, I guess only 6 then, actually. Deviated from other mainstream game books in a number of ways. Open-ended free-roaming gameplay. Entire fantasy world to roam around in. Greater number of sections. 679 to 1200 sections per book. Large format with fold-out character sheet and colored map. Open-ended trade via marketplace goods, investment, or shipping. What a ludicrous thing to put in a in a game book like this in the 90s. I guess I was 7 when these came out. Acquisition of large assets such as houses and ships. Plot discovery through use of uncovered keywords. I don't even know what that means. Alright, anyway. Very good. Let's head to the forest and see what's going on in here. The trees are closely packed, leaning together as if in conference, whispering Sorry. Whispering quietly among themselves. If you know why I find that funny. Congratulations, you have watched too many JORBS videos over the years. Someone made an old gamebook series into a game video. They did. Birds twitter in the distance, and slivers of sunlight lance down through the musty gloom. As you proceed along a forest track, you think you hear a rustling in the bushes. Later, you spot a shadowy figure darting through the trees. Or was it your imagination? An animal snuffling sound right behind you makes you spin round, but there's nothing there. My odds of success are 91.67. Success! You struggle deeper into the forest until you come to a thick wall of impenetrable thorn bushes. Circling it, you find there is a break in the hedge, but it is filled by a large tree. To your surprise, a face forms in the trunk and speaks in a woody voice. None can pass. Begone, human! They're having a board meeting because boards are made of trees. Okay. Let's try to persuade it to let us pass. My charisma is not the best, but I'm still likely to succeed. You explain what a tree lover you are, and that your heart has always been at home in the forests. You portray yourself as the greenest adventurer ever. By the way, arguably, I am a bird, so like, yeah. Alright, final result, successful. Oh, I get +3 if Wayfarer and +1 if Initiate of Lacuna. Aren't I both of those things? I'm both of those things. Wait, how badly did I roll then? Wait, I'm confused. I rolled a 7. So the final result is not including my +4 bonuses, I think. Or else it just didn't realize that I was a Wayfarer and Initiate of Lacuna. I don't know. Well, I suppose I could let one such as you through, says the tree thoughtfully. Then it uproots itself with a great tearing sound and shuffles out of the way. There you go, says the tree. You may pass. You walk through the thorn bush gate. Beyond, you find several huge oak trees whose branches are so big that they are able to support the homes of many people. It added them to my initial charisma stat. Ah, my charisma is not actually 6 or whatever. Sure. Alright, we're in the City of the Trees now. Welcome to the City of Trees, says a passing woman dressed in the garb of a druid. The city has been built amid the branches of several mighty oaks. Ladders run up and down the trees to houses that perch like nests in the branches. You are not allowed into any houses, but the druids allow you to barter at the market. Alright, let's check out the market. This looks like the same stuff for the same price as the other place I was at. Oh, but this one has +1 weapons, although I can't afford them. I could get a +1 longbow. Range 6, 2 to 5 damage, +1 combat. That feels like it wouldn't be a terrible idea to buy. Oh, does it have +2 weapons? Oh, it has +2 weapons. Oh no, that's not a weapon. That's just an item that gives me +2. It's like a trinket I can equip. Okay, cool. There's rope and lantern again, a potion of healing. There are spells? Are these? Summon a ferocious bear, I already have that. Marcus Prey, I already have. Hunting trap. Set a trap on a target cell within range, but anyone but you stepping on it will trigger the trap, suffering 100% max weapon damage and 60% chance to become crippled for 3 turns. One thing in trying to work out how this game worked, I don't know what crippled is. Like, it doesn't say. And if I can mouse over it, I don't know how. So, sure, that's just a thing, I guess. Hey, Moffleton. Eagle Eye. Increase the range of your character's ranged weapon attacks by 2 and your critical hit chance with ranged weapons by 50% for 4 turns. Requires base scouting of 7, requires base scouting of 8. Okay, so I actually can't cast that yet, but I can cast this one. It costs 1,400 gold though, which I don't have. Very good. What is this? Oh. Weird. Why is food a potion of healing? Also, are you searching to buy anything? I could sell a cobalt wand to them for 1,600, or a mandolin for 270. That's kind of weird because it costs 300 to purchase. So that's not gonna like give me $1 million. A wolf pelt, a silver nugget. Okay, cool. Let's check out the Druid's leader. You're brought before the Druid's leader, the Oak Druid, a bearded fellow with earth and leaves all tangled up in his hair. He asks you to perform a service for them. Take this oak staff to the Willow Druid in the forest of Larun. The sacred grove where he lives will be hard to find, but I'm sure you can do it. The Willow Druid will give you something to bring back to me. When you return with it, I will make your techniques of tracking and your wilderness lore better. Sure. So I have to take an oak staff to the Willow Druid in the Forest of Laroon. Where are my notes? Take oak staff to Willow Druid in the Forest of Laroon. Cool. And I guess that's all there is to do here. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the Isle of Druids. Which means I have to decide where to go next. So I could take a ship to Yellowport from the trading post, but I can also do these obsidian stones. There's something about the illustrations in the original books you really enjoyed. I still have them somewhere. I actually don't. I don't have... Here's the wild thing. This is... I had a good mother. I still have a good mother. I had friends who had these books when I was in school, and I really liked them and wanted to play them, and they let me borrow them. And my mother was in a PhD program at the University of Auckland, and she got free use of the photocopier, and she photocopied all 6 books for me and my brother, like all of the pages, and put them in like a hole punched 3-ring binder kind of thing for me. And I still have those somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. Oh, I think I know. I think they're in the house. Hey, Mr. King. Yeah, this is a really cool and somewhat unique series, I think. So there are 3 stone gates. There's one named Yellowport. There's also Marlock City and Wishport. I am meant to go to Yellowport to heal my ghoul bite. So I say, why don't we try going to Yellowport? And it sounds like these aren't going to charge me gold. So you intend to step through one of the archways. Step through the Yellowport Arch. Also, by the way, where's the world map again? Yellowport, Marlock City. Where's Wishport? It's a port, so it should be on the coast, you would think. Is it on like a different continent? Huh. I don't know where Wishport is. Oh, there's Blessed Springs. That's another place that I could cure my disease. I wonder if I could get on a boat and just go to Blessed Springs right now. But no. Hey, it shows me where the quest locations are. Lovely. I don't know where Wishport is. But anyway, we're gonna go to Yellowport. Yellowport. You step through the archway. Immediately the symbols on the stone begin to glow with red-hot energy. Your hair stands on end and your body tingles. A crackling nimbus of blue-white force engulfs you. The sky darkens and thunder and lightning crash and leap across the heavens. Suddenly your vision fades and everything goes black. When your sight returns... Sakara! When your sight returns, you find yourself at the gates of a large city, set on an ochre-colored river. A vile stink of brimstone permeates the air. You wrinkle your face up in disgust and gag involuntarily. Welcome to Yellowport, says a passing merchant. Yellowport is the 2nd largest city in Sakara. It is mainly a trading town and is known for its exotic goods from distant Ankon Kanu, way in to the south. The stinking river brings... Oh, I should have brought my gold, right? Or can I always access it? I don't know. The Stinking River brings rich deposits of sulfur from the Lake of the Sea Dragon down to the town, where it is extracted and stored in the large waterfront warehouses run by the Merchants Guild. From here, the mineral is exported all over Harkuna. Unfortunately, all that sulfur has its drawbacks. The stink is abominable, and much of the city has a yellowish hue. The river is so full of sulfur that it is virtually useless as a source of food or of drinking water. However, the demand for sulfur, especially from the sorceress guilds, is great. Politically, much has changed in the past few years. The old and corrupt king of Sakara, Karin VII, has been deposed and executed in a military coup. General Grieve Marlock and the army now control Saqqara. Isn't that city called Marlock City? The old council of Yellowport has been indefinitely dissolved, and a provost marshal, Marloes Marlock, the general's brother, appointed as military governor of the town. To leave Yellowport by sea, buy or sell ships and cargo, go to the harbor master. Sure. Well done, Temoed. Nice, Dark Sun. Yamagishu. Let's take a few notes on this. Where's the... So, Karn 7 deposed and executed. I feel like sometimes they ask you to, like, remember things. And... Marloes Marlock. Grieve Marlock and Marloes Marlock. Grieve Marlock, now in charge. Marloe Marlock, brother, in charge of Yellowport. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do, I wanted to, what did I say, 4? I guess there are 4 different temples. I wanted to heal myself of ghoul bite. Can I go to the house stash? Cost 2. See, I should have brought my shards. I can't get... I have like 300 shards in my house on the other island, but I can't get to them. They teleport to another house, but I don't have a house here. Thank you, Sparky. Probably somewhere in the temple district. There would be someone... Oh, the Temple of Maka. Right, I remember now. You're standing in the middle of the Plaza of Gods where all temples stand in Yellowport. The Temple of Maka, the terrible goddess of disease and famine, is a large underground chamber accessible via an ornate entrance to the middle of the Plaza of the Gods, where all the temples stand in Yellowport. Down below, the walls are bare earth. The ceiling is covered in the roots of growing plants, for Maka is also the goddess of the harvest, who must be kept happy, else disease and famine will strike the people, their crops, and their livestock, bringing ruin to all. Cool. What's it like to become an initiate? 50 shards? Unbelievable. What's it like to seek a blessing? If you're initiate 10 shards, if not 20 shards, you'll obtain an immunity to disease and poison. Works by allowing you to ignore any one occasion when you would normally suffer from disease or poison. Cool. What about being cured? Oh, I didn't bring enough money. Alright, well, we'll have to make money somehow in order to actually get rid of our ghoul bite, I guess. How do we want to, like, how could we logically explore this city? What if I click on the explore button? Oh, there's so many options. You walk around the smelly streets of the sulphurous city. The market is large and busy. At the corner of Brimstone Plaza, gigantic braziers burn sweet-smelling incense in an attempt to overpower the rotten egg smell that permeates the whole city. Oh, I do still have fan art by River in the corner. True. There are many stalls and goods to choose from. Your adventuring instincts push you to explore some of the back streets. Let's explore by day. I'm not... Oh my god, there's so much stuff to do. Let's explore the poor quarter. A mad beggar covered in sores and grime accosts you in the street. "O noble one, aid me for the love of the gods," he rants, frothing at the mouth and gesticulating wildly. "I need coins to eat, food to spend, and blessings to wear." I will give him 5 shards, then. The mad beggar takes the money and swallows the lot in one gulp. "A gourmet meal," he babbles. Alright, let's try blessing him. I have 2 sanctity. 8.3 chance of success. Well, I failed. You mumble a prayer to the gods, but you're not sure if you got the ritual right. The beggar thanks you and babbles. "Yes, yes!" And you double it for an old beggar. "I shall wear it with pride." He wanders off, stopping passers-by to show off what he thinks are his new clothes. Poor old fool. Okay. Notes. Need good sanctity roll on beggar in Yellowstone. You know, I can. I think it would let me just do all of that again, because nothing happened that would stop me from doing it all again, right? But that feels cheesy, and I'm not going to. Maybe next time I come to the city, I could check in with the beggar again, but I won't right now. The harbor area. While taking a stroll through the busy harbor area, you overhear a conversation between two merchants and learn the most profitable trading routes between Saqqara and Golnar. You're positive that this new information will come in handy if you make a small investment in the Merchants Guild. Okay. So... New information... Make investment in Merchants Guild. I believe that was a keyword. So that's a keyword that I have. New information. And that makes me more money at the Merchants Guild or something. 5 shards per try. I don't think I had to spend any money, actually. I think I could have just blessed without doing the shards. Random adventurer keeps muttering blessings with a beggar until it works. That's true. It is on theme. Alright, what else? The area around the palace. A patrol of militiamen, mercenaries in the pay of the dictator, General Grieve Marlock, stop you on the street. They decide you'll be arrested unless you pay 15 shards as taxes. Cool, minus 15 shards. It's going great so far. Notes. Don't explore Yellowstone near palace by day. Lol. my notes continue to expand. Let's explore by night, I guess. Head for the rough part of town. Okay. While making your way through the back streets of the poor quarter, you are set upon by knife-wielding thugs who are intent on relieving you of your purse. Let's talk our way out of it. I have failed. The thugs are not impressed by your words. You have no choices but to fight them. A fine opportunity to teach those thugs not to mess with you. That's a lot of people. They seem to all have swords, not bows. They have 4 action points. This is... Okay. If I put a bear right there, I should just win, I think. Oh no. Well, I'll put it there then. And then I have a bow. The way they turn into... It's very funny. Costs 1 action to swap weapons to my spear, but the spear costs 5 action points to attack with, so I can do that. Oh my god, I'm OP! Alright, GG. Get owned. I feel silly for wasting an arrow. That spear is powerful. Hey, North Hero. Hey, Mr. Wolfheart. Thanks for the 9 months. I've gained 15 shards. Okay, so I discovered a way to make shards. So far, I think we're net minus 5 shards on exploring Yellowstone. I could do that again. This is like... The books are susceptible to cheese. You kind of have to, if you want to enjoy them, give yourself some guide rails on what things are and are not okay to do. Like, making yourself infinite money is not hard. Why are they turning into gravestones? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go to the wealthy area. A pale woman in black leather brushes past you in the street, casting you an enigmatic look. I have to make a thievery roll. I have 4 thievery. Did you know that thievery is one of the 6 defining traits of any human being? What is your thievery score, Twitch chat? I have succeeded. You grab the woman's wrist a split second before she can cut the strings of your money pouch. You drag her around to face you, but she meets your outraged scowl with a swashbuckling grin. You've got good reflexes, she says. Most of the street scum around here are too drink-sodden or dim-witted to notice the loss of a few shards. Want to earn some real money? Absolutely. The woman tells you her name is Loria. She leads you stealthily through winding cobblestone streets to a townhouse standing at the back of a small tree-lined square. A yellowish fog is descending with the coming of night. Loria waits until it is thick enough to shroud your activities from any stray passers-by. Then jemmies a downstairs window. Within seconds, the two of you are inside. You got an easy job, she says. Stay down here and keep watch. The stuff we're after is upstairs. She bounds silently up to the next floor. You know, it's probably been 30 years, but I feel like she abandons you and you get arrested. Do I remember that for sure? Absolutely not. Let's search the ground floor. I'm not going to stay on watch. A waste of time. You make a swift inspection of the casement, walls, and furnishings, searching for secret panels where treasure might be concealed. High roll one time? No. Cannot find any hidden panels. Loria did say the real treasure was upstairs. You call to her, but she doesn't reply. Let's go see what's going on. There's no sign of Loria, but you do find an open trunk and a window with a knotted rope dangling from it. So, she found the treasure and then made her escape, leaving you behind to face some music. You allow yourself a tight-lipped smile as you hear her voice echoing leadenly from far off in the fog. There's a thief at Master Telenexer's house! Quick! You'll settle the score with Loria at a future date. For now, you just have time to escape before a patrol arrives. Notes. We don't like Loria. I don't think I've settled the score with her yet. I think it's been 30 years and I still remember that I don't like her. She is a thief and tried to pin it on us. Alright, well, that one didn't go incredible either. Explore the merchant's storehouses. You hear a muffled cry of distress from a dark alley. I'll absolutely investigate. You find a huddled, moaning figure on the ground. As you approach, a net is thrown over you from behind. You glimpse a face painted with white bone dust and big red circles around the eyes, just before a horrific blow on the back of your head slams you into unconsciousness. Whoops. You come around a decided disused warehouse enmeshed in the net. You have been stripped of all your possessions. They are in a tidy pile nearby. Several men surround you. They are dressed in furs and robes that are adorned with hundreds of multicolored feathers. Each man wears a necklace of animal skulls and has his teeth sharpened to needle-like points. Hello, the leader says reasonably. We are the unspeakable ones, and it is our way to eat people in sacrifice of our god. He points to a squat wooden idol of a grossly fat half-man, half-ape with ivory needles for teeth. You notice the name Batagor the Unspoken inscribed on a plaque at the base of the idol. Batagor the Unspoken? Who's he, you ask? Do not speak his name, shouts the cannibal, or you will be forever cursed. You notice a large cauldron of boiling water into which another cultist is tossing herbs and garlic. He stares at you and licks his lips. You learn from their conversations that they are from the jungles of distant Ankon Kanu, the Feathered Lands, and that they have come here to find new sacrifices for their god and new members for their cult. The chef pronounces the cauldron ready. Batagor the Unspoken from the Feathered Lands. Cultists of Batagor the Unspoken from the Feathered Lands. Whereabouts in the Feathered Lands? Jungles. I don't know if that'll come up ever again, but it sounds like we're about to be eaten, so probably not. I can fight them enmeshed in the net, shout Batagor repeatedly, or join their cult. I think if we shout Batagor repeatedly, they'll eat us. I think if we join their cult, they will also eat us. I think the way in which I will join their cult is being eaten. I think if I fight them while enmeshed in a net, I will lose the fight and then they will eat me. So overall, I don't feel great about my options here. I do have a thing in the back of my head that is telling me to shout Batagor repeatedly, but I'm not sure if that's because I remember that it worked, or I remember that the way you died was funnier. Let's try it. Yell the name of their god again and again. The cultists clap their hands over their ears, hopping about in horror. Argh! Howls the leader. Stop your blaspheming, you heathen devil! In their confusion, you make it to your equipment. Now you can fight your way out. Okay, I guess that was good. I guess. I mean, that was neither funny nor... it was just, like, kind of fine. Let's make a bear. Let's just chill. Oh no. Mark you as prey. Wait, they're kind of strong, these ones. I've just looked at how much health they have, and it's kind of a large number. Ooh, and my spear doesn't... My bow doesn't deal as much damage as my spear. How much damage do they deal? 2 to 3. I'm gonna swap weapons and hopefully finish killing that. Get this. That was a good hit. My bear is dead. But I still have 9 health. I'm fine. Also, isn't this marked for death? I think I killed the one that I didn't mark first. Oh, and they couldn't even move and attack me. GG. Get out of here. Nice work, cultists of Batagor or whatever. Not the most thoughtful depiction of indigenous people you've seen in media. Yeah, this is from the 90s. I believe it's British, so, you know. I read it as a small child. I'm not going to remember, like, politically relevant things in any way, really. But there definitely may be some sensitivity failures. You find a bag of pearls on one of the cultist bodies. You also take an exotic feather from one of their robes. Okay. We may also take an exotic feather from one of their robes. Sure don't know what that does. What if we went to the trade guild? Because we have new information. The Merchants Guild of Yellowport. Earn investment 0 shot. Well, I don't. Nope. Okay. There's so much stuff that just, there's no reason for it to be here. Why is there a system where you can invest money and like, why did they need the stock market in their adventure book? Why can you buy a boat and then run trade routes? Like, like why? Can you deposit money here? You can bank money with the Merchants Guild and withdraw money from your account. Charges a 10% cut on withdrawals, though. Okay. What if we checked in with the Guildmaster? Guildmaster Vernon of Yellowport is surprisingly eager to see you. He is a hugely fat and bejeweled merchant, and he tells you that a group of Ratmen have made a base in the sewers beneath the city. They come out at night to raid the warehouses and homes of the merchants of Yellowport. We need an adventurer like yourself to destroy their king, explains the Guildmaster. Without him, the Ratmen wouldn't be able to organize a feast in a larder. We'll pay you 450 shards if you succeed. Let's do it. Let's fight some rat people. We enter via an old, disused well in the poor quarter. Do I have enough money to heal myself of ghoul bite yet? I don't think so. Go down to the city sewers. Requires lantern or candle. Hey, I have one of those. I knew that would come in handy. You climb down an old, disused well in the poor quarter of Yellowport. It is dank, dark, and smelly down below. If you do not have a light source such as a lantern, you will have to return to the city. But I do have one. For what it's worth, I could have just gone back to the city, bought one, and then come here again. So having it in advance did nothing. But okay, cool. The dank tunnels, running with rivulets of foul water, take you deeper into the unknown. You mark the twisting passages with chalk so that you can find your way back. Shortly, you come out into a large, rough-hewn cavern, wreathed into shadows that dance and flicker in the light you have brought. The sound makes you start in surprise. A lot of thievery rolls in this city. I have succeeded. The sound was the click of a secret door sliding open in the wall of the caverns. With a swift motion, you step up beside it, back to the wall. A figure emerges, but you're able to ambush the ambusher. A deft blow to the back of the head sends the dark figure crashing to the ground. Another steps forward, however, shouting in a guttural voice. You realize that the figures are Ratmen, man-like creatures that stand on two legs but which have the tail and hairy features of a gigantic rat. You must fight them. If you'd have done the investment part of the book in the 90s, you'd never have needed to work. Indeed. There's a Ratman Shaman. Is that going to be like casting spells? And a Ratman Warrior. Ooh, it can one-shot my bear in theory. We just unturn, and then we mark that as prey. Okay, it is just going to melee attack us. That's good. If they ever start doing things other than melee attacking us, we may be in trouble. Let's swap to the spear. One down. Oh no, my bear. No! It's okay. That spell is so strong. God, that spell's strong. Victory. Oh, I'm sorry, Beheridos. I'm sorry both the bear died and that you were on Team Rats. You gain 15 shards. The Ratmen lie defeated at your feet. You find 15 shards in the bodies and a note which says, Party kitchens tonight. Rank and file rats only. No officers and no king allowed. Rest of the cavern is bare, so you press on down the tunnels ahead. There's a party in the kitchens tonight with the rank and file rats, so maybe we can find the king and isolate it and assassinate it. After a while, you come to a cleaner area of the sewers, a part of the old city now buried under Yellowport. It dates from the period when all of Harkonnen was ruled by the masked ones of Utaku, before the people overthrew them. You come to two rotten wooden doors. Names have been scratched on them by some half-literate Ratman. One says throne room, the other says kitchens. You can hear gravelly rat voices from behind both doors. Okay, so in the kitchens are all of the rats. So we shouldn't go in there. We should instead go to the throne room. Gingerly, you open the door. It leads to a curtained alcove, through which you observe the room beyond. It is a low, long hall, clearly an ancient Utakan temple, from a time when the masked lords of Utaku ruled all of Harkonnen, but now part of the sewers of Yellowport. A cheap wooden chair has been placed on an altar to act as a throne. On it sits a large and extremely ugly Ratman. He has a tacky amulet around his neck, and a rusty iron hoop for a crown. About 4 Ratmen are kneeling before him, engaged in conversation. But Scab, one of the Ratmen is saying. That's great king Scab to you, dung breath, bellows the rat on the throne. Here's the problem. This is a book from the 90s. I don't feel like you can ally with the rats. I think they are enemies and you have to kill them, which is very upsetting because I like them more than the people. I did already murder 2 of them. I guess we are not necessarily, you know. I'm sneaky, right? I'm a wayfarer. We will sneak in to assassinate the king. You have to sneak in around the hall to get behind the king. There are plenty of shadows to hide in, but it will not be easy. Just a high roll one time, come on. Oh! Equals is not enough. Do we use our luck blessing here? I think I'm going to use my luck blessing here. Yes! You inch your way slowly around the edge of the old temple. Suddenly, you burst out of the shadows and cut the king down, catching the Ratman by surprise. The sight of you standing over their dead king, the 4 remaining Ratmen flee in terror. Without their king, they have no spirit for a fight. King Scab's rusty iron crown shattered when he falls. You take the copper amulet from around his neck. You also find a chest in the corner of the room, but it is clearly booby-trapped. Well, let's try to open it with our thief skulls. It won't one-shot me, right? Disarming the traps should be no match for your thievery skulls. Alright. The chest springs open with a click. Inside you find 60 shards, a mandolin, and a potion of healing. There is also an ancient religious text about the gods of the Utaku called the Scroll of Ibran, which reveals that one of the gods of the Utakan is called Ibran, and that he has 14 angles. Is that like a joke? Is it a geometry joke, or is it a pun? Are we the baddies? Maybe. I got a mandolin, which gives me +1 charisma. I got a scroll of Ibran. Legendary rarity. Okay. And another potion of healing. Cool. Well, that was exciting. What's going on the adventure sheet? Can I equip this? I can. I should sell that. This goes in my stash, this goes in my stash. I can sell this too. I don't remember what this is. Wasn't this like for... Wasn't I meant to give this to somebody? I'm confused. Does anybody remember why I have an oak staff? Also, it says it's a trinket, but how do I equip it? I can't equip it. Trophy, book, and... I don't know what that is. You think it's a typo of angels? Notes. Oh, I meant to take it to the person in the forest, right? It's a quest item. Okay. Can I stack these? Please do not stack. All right. My cat, this cat, he has fresh food, fresh water, fresh litter. I have made sure he has all of these things. He has a heated bed he can lie in. And he is sitting 6 feet away meowing at me. Twitch chat, please. Does anyone speak cat? Alright. Now we can go to the Merchant's Guild, visit the Guildmaster, gain our 450 shards. The Amulet of King Scab, well done. I got an achievement, Exterminator. What shall I do with all my money? I think the first thing to do is we'll go to the Temple of Maka again and ask to be cured of disease or poison. You no longer have ghoul bite nor suffer its effects. Yay! Also, I would like a blessing, please. Now I have an immunity to disease and poison, so the next time I get one of those, it will be cancelled out. Okay, what are the other temples? Temple of Elner. The Temple of Elner is an imposing edifice of gray stone inlaid with yellow marbling. Elner is the god of the sky and of kingship. He is the ruler of the gods. His dreams are the clouds before a storm, says a passing priest. What blessings do you have? Charisma blessing? Hell yeah. Alright. Alvir and Velmir. The Temple of Alvir and Velmir is built like an upside-down galleon. Alvir and Velmir are brother and sister, king and queen of the land beneath the waves, masters of the sea. Their servants and soldiers are the souls of the drowned, and when seas are rough and storm-tossed, sailors say that Alvir and Velmir are arguing again. Becoming an initiate costs 40 shards, seeking a blessing, 20 shards. Safety from storms. We can ignore a storm at sea. Sure, why not? I can have as many blessings as I want, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, I think just stacking these up is probably a good idea. Elnor equals Elner. Wait, Was that the person the scroll was about? Maybe the priest would be interested. The high priest tells you that the golden net of the twin gods has been stolen. The repulsive ones have taken it to their palace beneath the sea in the sunken city of Zeusudra. The repulsive ones worship the fish god Oans, who struggles with Alver and Velmer for control of the sea. We must have that golden net, or the repulsive ones will use it against us. If you return it to us, we will reward you, says the high priest. The sunken city lies under the coastal waters off Shadar Tor. Okay. I mean, that sounds hard to do. Do you have a submarine I could use? Retrieve golden net from off the coast. Alright. I feel like it's been long enough for me to go... Well, hold on. There's one more temple, right? Turnai, the god of war. It is built in the shape of a spear with a long pillared nave and an altar at the far end. 2 massive stone warriors guard its gates. Turnai is depicted here as the insensate spirit of war, a blood-drenched warrior with the head of a maddened jaguar. Could make resurrection arrangements? 800 shards! 200 if you're an initiate. Very expensive. What's the blessing? Combat blessing. Allow you to try again when you fail a combat ability check. Alright, I'm down. What does it cost to become an initiate? You have to have a combat score of 6. Okay, I cannot become an initiate. Fair enough. I can buy a house as well, I think. Let's do that. And now we can access our storage. And we could put 155 stuff in the stash. Alternately, I could invest it. I don't think I want to do that. That seems too, like, cheesy. I feel like we do a no investment, no boat trading run. Surely that's too easy. We have completed 1 out of 12 quest goals for Sokara. Zephyr. Hey, come here. Hey. Do you want to meow at the chat? Say hi? No? No? You think Zephyr's mad at me for talking? Why won't he be quiet? Zephyr asks. I am gonna head out in not too long. I feel like defeating the Rat King is not a terrible place to leave, but I'd kind of like to finish talking to everyone in town. We found out that this person wanted me to kill the Rat King, and I did that. We found out that these people want me to go underwater, and I absolutely didn't do that. What's the Gold Dust Tavern? Ooh, buy drinks all around the bar and listen for rumors. You fall into conversation with Piletes, a kindly old scholar priest of Mulhern, the god of knowledge. Many years ago, the Book of the Seven Sages was stolen from us, he croaks. You suggest that the Scorpion Men are in possession of it. I need a young adventurer like yourself to travel to Scorpion Bite and return the book to me. In return, I can show you how to improve the skill of your choice. Okay. Scorpion Bite. Bless you, young adventurer, he exclaimed with a relieved smile. Return to me with the artifact, and I shall impart to you knowledge that will aid your journey. You not understanding taking your leave as the rate of this new quest settles upon your soldiers. We have to go to Scorpion Bite. Scorpion Bite. Get a book or something. +1 skill. I mean, that's what it said I was getting. That sounds pretty good. Requires Book of Seven Sages. Alright. Can't do that right now. Brent Buys, thanks you 11 months! A bard in the tavern recites an epic tale of ancient legend. He speaks of Zinok the Priest King, the ruler of a mighty nation in the distant steppes far to the north. 1,000 years ago, his empire flourished and his wealth was enormous. He was buried in a great pyramid tomb, along with his riches. It is said that the pyramid of Zinok lies beyond the spine of Harkun, and beyond the great steppes, in the foothills at the peaks of the peaks at the edge of the world. You question him further, but that is all he knows. You leave the tavern. Pyramid of Zin. I already had a map that showed me that. I didn't need to pay $3 for that. What a waste of money. Yo, where is Wishport? This is actually bugging me. Is that Wishport? No, that must be Scorpion Bite, because I've been told to go there for a quest. Oh, I don't know. Wait, is Wishport... Is that Wishport? Maybe the merchant town is Wishport. Otter, thanks for the 76 months. Okay. So we, I think, did the stuff in the bar. The trade guild, we've done everything except invest. I feel like we should invest a little bit just to find out what happens. So let's make an investment. Invest 100 shards. Okay. Yep. The guild will buy and sell commodities on your behalf using this money until you return to collect it. Okay. Done. Alright. Can I check on my investments now? To find out how well your investments have done, you have to test your luck. Oh no. +1 if initiative of the 3 fortunes, +1 for info on profitable routes between Sakara and Golner. Hey, I have that one. I get a +1, yeah? +2 for info on best local buys in Golner, +3 for info on best trade routes in Utaku. So right now, I am rolling an 8 on average, which would be a loss of 10%. So that doesn't seem very strong. So maybe this is something to do later after you have more information. The guild broker tells you that any knowledge of the best trading routes or best buys locally was invaluable, but it is no longer relevant. Oh. But... okay. Can I have my money back? Hold on. Manage investments, withdraw all investments. Okay, great. That was a great time. Never invest in anything is what I've learned. I've done the trade guild. I've explored everywhere. Oh, we should check. I think it's fine to check back in with what's it? Who's all in the poor quarter? Yeah, bless him. Man. You know what? I am just going to cheese it. We can do this. I'm a big believer. I feel like I've done this before. Like as a kid, I cheesed this. And then the thing that happens if you succeed isn't even good. And it was really funny. They're called brokers for a reason. Believable. Basically, you need 2 to 3 additional info sources, and on lucky roll, you're going to get like +50 money. Well, you know, it's hard to beat the market. Yes. Bless him. Fortunately, there is no downside to failing other than the like encroaching questioning of what I'm doing with my life. We can do this. We can roll an 11. Do I have to roll an 11? Wait, are the things wrong? Sanctity is 3. Oh, so I only have to roll a 10. Easy. That's not hard. If I can roll a 3, I can roll a 10. Just logic. Good grief. It's okay. I'm getting all of the bad rolls out of the way. And this way we will leave the event with a high roll, which means our dice are basically like ready to roll high for other things as well. It's actually a really good idea if you think about it, but aren't good at math. Successful sanctity roll. You pass your hands over the mad beggar, mumbling a prayer to the gods. The beggar cries out, "A cloud has been lifted from my mind. The curse is dispelled. I remember all." His name, he tells you, is Akradai, the azure prince of the horde of the thousand winds, nomads of the steppes. I was cursed with madness by Shazir of the ruby citadel, but now you have cured me. I am forever in your debt. He leaves with the parting cry, "Seek me out on the steppes, and I shall reward you." Oh, well that seems good. Ruby Citadel. Is that a place we know about too? Ruby Citadel. We don't like Shazir of the Ruby Citadel, but we're friends with Akradai. Friends with Akradai of the Steppes. Don't like guy in Ruby Citadel, though. Steppes. I wonder how long this text file can be. Where am I right now? Sakara or something? We already did that. We did that. We did this. All right, cool. Our notes are relatively put together now. With enough time, it is impossible to not win. Yeah, but it's like a book. So imagine how hard it is to turn from page like 70 to page 50 to page 122, etc. Admittedly, you can work out it's a loop and just say you succeed, but that would be cheating. I'm pretty sure that I did that as a child. I mean, it would have been weird not to be honest. What does the Provost Marshal have to say? You wait several hours to be seen by one of the Provost Marshal's aides, a certain Captain Royser. Absolutely bribing this man. The captain takes your money and nods in the direction you must go. Wonderful. The Provost Marshal is a rich and powerful man, cunning and capable. I have need of someone like you, he says. A group of rebels loyal to the old king are hiding out in the cold, bleak mountains. Their leader, Nurgan Korin, is dangerous to us, as he is heir to the old throne and a rallying point for the rebels. Penetrate their stronghold and slay Nurgan Korin, and you will be richly rewarded. I can promise you 500 shards and a title if you succeed. Attempt to slay him. I say we wait. This is clearly a mission where we can choose one option or the other. And I don't like him because his name is, what's his name? Marlock. And his brother is Grieve. Nobody with a first name of Grieve is the good guy. So we are going to investigate Cold Bleak Mountains and look for Nurgan Karin. Look for Nurgan Karin in the Cold Bleak Mountains. The rebels instantly sound more fun than this dude. Exactly. Decline and leave. Alright. So we've done all the stuff there is to do in Yellowport. Where are we to leave? Oh, Shadar Tor. That's the place that's under the water. We could go there, we could go to Venifex, we could go to the riverbank or Trefoil. We needed to go to this forest someday for returning the staff. That was a blessed spring we could go to. I don't know what this is. There's also this thing. There's a wall protecting us from whatever is there. I don't know what that is. There's a whirlpool. That's the Isle of Druids. Just off to the side of our zoomed in map. But that's where I'm going to leave it here. My laundry is done, and I have evening plans and plans tomorrow. I'm having a Friendsgiving. I'm going to eat lots of good food and enjoy some friendly company. So, thank you for hanging out, everybody. It's been nice to see you. Thanks for indulging in my nostalgia with me. I will see you all